I guess it is a really exciting time here at Max's. I think the key that really drives us is the formulations. So what we've done and what we've been doing over the last 18 months is really looking at all of our formulas, all of our range and saying, is it the best it can be? We went back to the drawing board and we said, well, let's look at what are the best quality proteins that we can get our hands on a global sense. So not just looking in our own backyard, but looking all around the world. So we looked at protein sources and suppliers from Europe. We looked in the USA. I guess one of the mantras here at Max's is we've always been a quality-oriented company. We've always wanted to have the best quality products going around. So when we looked around at all these different proteins, we really came to the conclusion that the locally produced proteins from Australia and New Zealand really are the best in the world. And so we're very comfortable that we have the best quality proteins going around. I think another thing that we've looked at in the whole technology of the Max's relaunch is there's been a lot of science around looking at proteins in the last number of years. And it used to be that whey protein was the best protein. And to a greater degree, that's true. Whey protein is still the number one muscle building protein you can get. But there's a lot of science now around protein blends. And if you think about nature and what nature actually provides in milk, either human breast milk or in cow's milk, milk is made up of a number of different proteins and they've got different properties and they have different absorption rates. And really that's what nature intended protein delivery to be. And so what the science is starting to show is that blended proteins really give you an advantage over a single protein. So you can take a whey protein, a single whey protein, and it's really great for taking straight after training because they're very fast acting, they get into your muscles quickly. But if you take just a single whey protein at other times during the day, it's not always the best protein you can take because what you really need, what your body really needs and what it thrives on is a blend of proteins so that you're getting a fast, medium and a slow release. So you get this kind of sustained release of nutrients to your muscles throughout the day so that your muscles can keep growing throughout the day because they don't just want spikes of protein and spikes of amino acids coming in at just one time. They need a constant source of amino acids being fed into your muscles over a longer time period to give you that sort of ongoing anabolic window, if you like. So if we go back to the basics and think about the reasons of why we've gone to a blended protein, we're really looking at from a consumer's point of view and saying, if I'm using a protein, what's the very best type of protein that I can be using for each part of my day, if you like. So a good example of that is our Max's 100% whey. It contains a very fast-acting protein, which is hydrolyzed whey protein. It contains a fast-acting protein, which is normal whey protein isolate, and then it contains a medium-acting protein, which is whey protein concentrate. So those three proteins blended together give you a very fast and medium-acting whey protein, which is really a much better choice than just using a single whey protein on its own. So the blended protein technologies really give a trainer the benefit of a much longer anabolic window when they use this type of technology in their proteins, as opposed to using a single protein, which really only gives, I guess, a limited anabolic window when compared with a blended protein.